Now I'm going to go on to my body paragraph 1. Now, my body paragraph 1 should follow the format of real. I should restate my reason 1. I'm going to talk about reason 1 from my controlling idea. Then I'm going to give an example. I'm going to add details and I'm going to link it back. REAL. So let's look at this. Depression can creep up on you if you are focusing on the unknowns in your life. So look, falling into depression is my first reason here. And so I talk about it in my first body paragraph. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to highlight it yellow because this is where I mention my reason 1. Okay. Then it says, in fact, in an article I read in Psychology Today, How I Stayed Positive During a Pandemic, it stated that anxiety thrives on the unknown, meaning that the more we focus on what we don't have control over, the more anxious we become and the more depressed we can become. So this is my E. This is my example from literature. So remember, our examples come from help, history, entertainment, literature, and personal experiences. This one is from something I read. Okay, so there's my example. So I'm going to color that green. So let me just make sure that you have this. R is right there, and here's my E right here. So now, that's an E. Next should come my A. Okay. During the COVID-19 pandemic, we have a choice. Focus on the lack of social interaction and the fact that I can't go to school, or try to focus on what I can control. Meeting with my friends through Zoom or text, and joining my classes live with my teacher, and trying my hardest to stay on top of all of my assignments. Every morning, I can make the decision to make excuses as to why I don't have to get out of my pajamas and sulk around throughout the day, or I can improve my mood by getting up, getting dressed, and facing the day with a new outlook. These are all my added details that I'm going to talk about because I just gave you an example about becoming depressed. And so I'm adding details from my life about how I could do that. I could focus on the bad things and get depressed, or I can stay in control and focus on what I can control. So these are my added details. So here is my A. That's my added details. So next, you have R, E, A. So next, you know that L comes, and that's where we link it back. Depression can lurk at the door for anyone who's willing to let it in. You must be careful to focus on what you can change in your life to keep depression out of your life, where it belongs. And so there is my link it back sentence. So you know that with my link it back sentence, there's my link. That's an L. Sorry about that. So my link it back sentence goes all the way back to my first sentence here. Okay. So REAL. My paragraph is organized. It stays on topic. It's all about how focusing on what you can change keeps you from falling into depression. Now, what you're going to do is answer the questions for your rough draft using REAL and the questions on the form.